Hi friends, in this video we are going to study an introduction to quality assurance and quality control. Also, we will be studying majorly the difference between them. Examples of quality issues in construction are several. Whenever we move to any construction site, we are able to see many defects that tend to happen, be it on the structural site or finishing site. It presents a very bad look and does not give a sense of satisfaction. It can either be seen as uneven, poor concrete surfaces because of issues in formwork, or there can be crazing of plaster because of not curing it properly. Issues of joints in the slab because of not fixing formwork properly is very common. Also, there are examples where improper testing of concrete, like some failure, can lead to segregation, choking of pump, etc., causing severe quality issues. Also, not vibrating the concrete properly leads to honeycombing, which will later on degenerate and cause moisture penetration, causing corrosion. Use of poor quality bricks also lead to quality damage. Apart from this, because of not reading the drawings properly or improper coordination, there are chances that these kind of mistakes, as you can see, can happen. This is also a severe quality issue. Sometimes these kind of very funny incidences can be seen happening because of ignorance of engineers or to look into the construction methodology, the drawings, etc. Every time these kind of issues happen, there is a complete dissatisfaction from the client. This may either lead to loss of money as well as time in order to correct them, or the biggest thing is loss of trust in the contractor doing such kind of work. As a project manager, it is extremely important that we ensure that best quality is delivered each time and every time, because quality builds trust. Trust brings reputation, and reputation brings business. To stay in business, quality management is important. Quality management as a term was developed lately after the industrial age took place. A chronology of developments can be here seen since 1920s, where the concept of inspection came into picture. Later on, statistical quality control techniques were developed later in 1930s and till 1940s, where various key theorists developed statistical tools, techniques, and theories to define the quality management practices. Japan led these kinds of efforts in order to increase their production. In 1969, the first international conference on quality control was held in Tokyo. The concept later on came to USA and Europe. A new concept of quality assurance was coined, which meant planning, documenting, an independent auditing system was introduced. This led to the establishment of British Standards (BS) for quality management. Over the time in 1980s, total quality management or strategic quality management gained impetus all over the world. And finally, in 1987, ISO 9000, one of the most widely used international standard for quality management system, was published, which later on was revised in 2000. This was one of the path-breaking thing that brought quality management as a key essential thing for every business. So, what is the measurement of quality? Quality can be subjective or it can be objective. When objective quality we say, it means applicable for tangibly measurable or accessible characteristics of a product or service. For objective quality, there is no variability, that is a definite measure. Subjective quality is the perceived ability of a product or service to satisfy the needs and aspirations of the customers. There can be several versions or variability in terms of subjective quality. For example, for concrete, just as we test, there is a objective quality to reach a certain strength. Once it is reached, we say that the quality is achieved. However, when we look at a finished painting surface, different person can have different perceived notions about the finish. Some might like it, some may not like it, some may think it is too dull, some may say it is too bright, etc. for the same kind of finish. So there can be various version of perceived quality. Thus, pie classification of quality perspective was proposed by Garvin in 1986, which told the various aspects how quality is perceived. Quality can be product based, that is, conformance to product performance and characteristics is required. The quality can be user based, that is, as per the customer satisfaction. It can be manufacturing based for the resource and process quality. It can be value based, that is, the perception about how economic utility or value can that product bring. Or it can be transcendental, that is, perception of the quality based on a person's individual experience, that is completely subjective of how the person likes that product or service. The quality definitions from different perspectives, that is customer based, manufacturing based, product based, or value based, are: quality consists of the capacity to satisfy wants. Quality is fitness for use. For manufacturing based, quality means conformance to the requirements. For product based, quality refers to the amount of the unpriced attributes contained in each unit of the priced attribute. Value based quality is the degree of excellence at an acceptable price and the control of variability at an acceptable cost, because value is a function of both functionality and cost. More the functionality, more is the value. So, what is exactly the formula for calculating the perceived quality? Quality is equal to P divided by E. P is the product, E is your expectations. If the value of Q is equal to 1, that is your product, exactly matches with the expectations of the customers, that is a customer satisfaction achieved. If the quality is poor, less than 1, then there is customer dissatisfaction, which you don't want. And for Q more than 1, it is a complete customer delight, that is, he gets a product much more than his expectations. This is what we must always focus on. Customers should not only be satisfied, but give them something more so that they feel delighted. Excellent product or services that fulfills or exceeds our expectations is the actual perceived quality. Product quality can have several dimensions. That is, the different ways at which you can look at a product and determine about its quality features. First is its aesthetics. That is, how does the product look? Second is conformance, how it conforms to the requirements, to the standards set. Next is features. How many features does the product exhibit? Perceived quality on basis of what value it can generate. Durability, the life of the product, for how many years will it last? Its performance value, how efficient and effective the product is. Serviceability, if defected, how easily can you get it serviced and how easily it can be repaired. And next is reliability, how reliable this product is. That is, every time you buy the same product, it gives you the same kind of quality that brings about reliability. All these dimensions together build quality or the brand value of any kind of product, service, or a business. Hence, usually all the businesses try to touch upon each of these dimensions in order to ensure that there is a complete customer satisfaction first time and every time. To summarize the main dimensions of service quality, that was we learned about the product quality. Now we look at what service quality we look at. Services means example like construction services, that we look after quality assurance. That is, the contractor is able to assure you that there will be no quality defects, what kind of quality control techniques they are already using so that no defect arises. Reliability again, how reliably they can serve you. Tangibles, that is how good the product they have delivered through their service is. Empathy plays an important role in service quality, that is, they understand your requirements and your expectations fully. Responsiveness, how fast they respond to your change in requirements or your needs, also gives a very good feeling that the service is good. Once we have known how product and service qualities are important, we look into the main aspect, that is quality assurance. Quality assurance is to avoid any kinds of defect during the process. It is a plan or systematic action necessary to provide adequate confidence that a product or service will satisfy the given requirement of quality. So, quality assurance is all about being in control of all the major areas of a business so that you can assure your customers, your clients, the quality you deliver each time. Why should you have quality assurance procedures? So, a quality assurance system in the construction business will identify objectives and standards, be multifunctional and prevention oriented, plan for collection and use data in cycle of continuous improvement, plan for the establishment of and maintenance of performance measure. Quality control, on the other hand, is to identify and fix any kind of defects that might arise in the process. It is the use of techniques and activities to achieve, sustain, and improve the quality of a product or service. This involves integrating various techniques or services at the lowest cost and ensure there is a continual improvement in the process. Why should we go for quality control? It is a process of diagnosis and cure. As the facility is erected and commissioned, it is checked against the specifications to ensure that it is of the required standard and any variances are eliminated. The activities by which this is done is must be planned, tested, recorded, and properly analyzed. This means that, for example, you are constructing a house, you have to cast a slab. The quality assurance techniques would be to always assure that the slab that is to be laid is of the required size, dimensions, thickness, grade, slump, workability, etc. For this, you will tend to conduct various types of test on the concrete, and there will be various tools to check that. Once all these quality assurance checklists are taken into care, you go and cast the slab. However, there can be certain issues that might arise because of workmanship, that any kind of defect might come into the slab, such as honeycombing or improper finishing. If such things happen, quality control actions come into existence. These are the activities that you have to perform in order to achieve and sustain the quality that is defined in your objective. Then you might have to do plaster, have to chip off that area whichever is improperly casted, and once again cast that area, and etc. Other techniques can be used to fix these kind of defects. The main differences between a quality assurance and quality control in this regards is mentioned. Quality assurance always aims to prevent defects, while quality control aims to identify and fix the defects. That is, quality assurance is a preventive technique while quality control is a corrective technique. Quality assurance is to build processes, while quality controls helps to implement the existing processes. Thus, quality assurance is a managerial tool while quality control is a corrective tool. Quality assurance is always done before quality control, while quality control will be done after quality assurance. Quality assurance has the activities which are determined before production work begins and performed while the product is being in the development stage. And quality control activities come into picture after the product is already developed. Quality assurance does not involve executing the program or code. Quality assurance is generally not a time consuming activity because it becomes a part of the system, whereas quality control is generally a time consuming activity, that is, it will also lead to losses, and will be an associated cost of quality with every time quality control being performed. Also, quality assurance is the duty of the complete project team, while quality control is only the duty of the testing team. Thus, quality assurance and quality control both play a very important role in the quality management system to ensure that customer satisfaction is achieved and the project goals and objectives laid down are correctly met. Also, The difference between quality assurance and control can be shown in a diagrammatic way, where quality control is a subset of quality assurance, and quality assurance being a subset of quality management, which is a very wide subject. To summarize, you can't have quality control without first having quality management and quality assurance. In this another diagram, you can see that quality management actually forms the foundation of the house of quality. When you try to build your own company, you have to ensure that the foundation is that of quality management solution, which is comes through industry experience, your knowledge, etc. Quality assurance will be based on standards set up and the services and your support teams, whereas quality control will require testing and training. Thus, always remember that quality is the most important factor, which, if failed, will directly impact all other project constraints like time, scope, and cost. Thank you.